morning, most amazing artist. Alma Thomas is one of my favorite painters. She was a beautiful person who also was an art teacher and made her own art. I got to see her art in Fort Lauderdale when it was at the NSU Art Museum. This is her art piece, A Fantastic Sunset from 1970. She says, light is the mother of color. She said, color is life. She was a very sweet person. We are going to make art in her style right here. You can see that she liked circles, so I've got circle cutouts for you. I've got different sizes. You'll start by very lightly tracing some circles on your paper. You can erase these later if you want. If you want to just do dashes of circles, and kind of lining them up into a nice straight one. If you want to do this one first, then you can kind of see to put that one, and then do one more that's a little bit smaller, like this. All right, the next step is we're going to pick some colors. I have one brush for cool colors, and I have one brush for the warm colors. I'm going to pick a color that I want to have inside my circle, and colors that I want to do around it. So I think I want to do pink around the edges. It's okay if the colors blend a little bit. So this orange and pink got a little bit blended. That's okay. I'm going to blend those together. I'm going to wipe it off. I'm going to get some yellow for the middle, like a sunset. Do yellow in the middle. Now, your paintbrush, remember, it can go this way with a thick line, or it can do a thin line if you turn it that way. You can do any of the ones that you want. Oops, I used the wrong brush. Purple. Alma Thomas said, a man's highest aspirations come from nature. What she was meaning was that a lot of her inspiration and her good, happy thoughts came from looking at nature. The sun, the sky, flowers. What does this look like to you? Does it look like a flower? Does it look like something you might see in nature? She said, a world without color would seem dead. What would you think about a black and white world? Color makes it so beautiful. You can see that when the green and the blue mix, they make this green blue. I really like that color for going around right here. There are some empty spaces where you can mix colors. You can mix green and blue to make a green blue. You can mix blue and purple to make a purple blue. Let's make a purple blue with some blue, some purple, some more blue. I'll make a very darkish purple blue. That looks so pretty. Sometimes people color a circle with paint underneath, and then they do these dots on top. So I'll show an example of what I mean. See how the yellow in the middle is completely solid, it's not made out of dots? I could do dots over that color. So maybe I want to take some orange and just do little dots over it. That would make it have both solid circle and dotted circle. We don't have time for that, but if you were at home and had a little bit of extra time, that might be something that you would like to do. All right, I'm going to keep the cool color brush with the cool colors and the warm color brush with the warm colors. I really like to use a separate brush for yellow since it's such a light color. This is very relaxing art. Could you do this art in a different shape? Like let's say you didn't want to do a circle. What other shapes could you do? A heart for Valentine's Day. What else? Look how she did it in rectangular shapes too. I have one like that. You could do this on the edge too. I even put her quote, "Color is life, light is the mother of color." So with this, you keep going around and around and around and around and around and around. Now it's pretty easy to keep a round circle if you keep your dashes close. So I'm keeping them close to the pink. If I go out here, I'm going to get off track. I want them to stay going around and around close to the line that was before it. So I'm staying close to the pink line. And I won't need to have more lines of pencil to trace because I can follow the pink line when I'm doing the orange. And when I pick my next color, I'm going to follow that orange and stay close to the orange. So maybe I'm going to get some red now. And I'm just going to keep going and going with the red. You can make a picture with a sunset and a mountain and clouds like this if you wanted to. I think that I have an example like that of making it mountainous with grass, the green, and sky. It's really fun to do. Feels a little bit like making a quilt. You can go to a different table if you see that you want a different color. We are going to have to, you're going to have to raise your hand if you want to switch tables. So raise your hand if you would like to switch. If your table only has warm colors, red, orange, and yellow, do you want to go to a table that has cool colors? You could do that. I'm going to mix some yellow here with some orange and make a yellowy orange for the next layer. And do some more dashes. And keep going. It's tedious work. It takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it. If you want to switch colors, get a little bit more yellow. You can pick up some more yellow for that. It would be fun to make this in a heart shape for Valentine's Day. You could give it to somebody as a gift. Maybe 2 rows of yellow would look really pretty. Eventually, I'm going to run out of room at the bottoms. And I'll show you a couple ideas of what you can do when that happens. Really fast with this one so that I can show you the next one. Okay, so here we go. I'm starting to run out of room at the bottom. I can just imagine the circle being right here and coming up on the side. Imagine the circle will be there. If you mix yellow and pink, you get this orange. Do another layer of pink. It would be more beautiful if I was taking my time, but since I want to be done, I'm going a little bit faster so that I can come around and help. I'll show you one more of these. I'm going to switch to my cool color brush to get the purple. And go around the edge. Still going in a motion that is in a circular motion. If I turn this way, I could do a rainbow. I could just kind of go this way and start making more rainbows. Has some green on it still, that's okay. Looks good. Cool colors look okay blended together. Blue looks good with green and blue looks good with purple, and since it has a little bit of green and purple, I'm going to put some blue on there. I want to keep that same pattern, so I did 2 purple, 1 blue, so I'm going to turn it over. And on this side, do the same thing. 2 purple, 1 purple. That will help it to look like that circle is continuing, like it's not a separate circle or separate art. It's part of the circle. Because see, I've got the purple 1, 2. What was the other color I had to do? Blue. Good job. You can do any color you want. You don't have to do the colors that I'm doing. You can still keep going with this. You don't have to stop here. If you didn't finish and you wanted to cut some of your paper off, remember you can fold your paper, match up the ends like this, and then you could cut off some parts that you don't want, or you could keep going. Maybe you want to keep going with this. I think it looks really pretty when it has that rainbow on the top and the rainbow on the bottom. So if you would like to keep going with it, please feel free to do so. Eventually you'll have to go off on that side too. 2 purples, 2 blues. I like the double bands of color. So when you're done, remember, I put my art on the rack, I wash my hands, I do my job, I hang up my smock. So raise your hand if you would like to wash brushes.